record this. And let me let Maria in. All right, so I'm gonna go over to Joellen. So Joellen, hopefully your baby is doing good. You're all settled into your new home. I don't know if you've ever done this before, but I'm gonna have you bring us out in the tunnel and bring us out in the field on this beautiful Monday morning. So I'm gonna go back over to you.
Good morning, guys, and happy Mother's Day to everyone who is stepping into that role as a mom. And yeah, it was a really good weekend. And I'm just ready to get started on FAST boot camp, prospecting, and whoever else is going to be on the team. I'm excited to collaborate with everyone. And let's just keep going with positive energy. If things get in our way, just keep moving forward, staying positive, and just lean on those people that are in our team if we need support. Make it a good day.
Joellen, tell us really quick, what did you do yesterday for Mother's Day?
I literally got to sit home on my couch with a glass of champagne and binge on Selling Sunset.
Yes, yes, I love that.
Well, my husband took the kids to their sports and all that. I just got to chill out on the couch. It was so fun.
And how often do you get to do that?
Yeah. And then my older kids came over, made me breakfast, brought flowers. They got me a that up. So yeah, I was spoiled.
I love that. I love that. And how often do you get to just chill like that?
Not much.
Yeah. And it shouldn't be once a year, but I'm glad that you had the ability to do so. So
thank you.
You guys, let's go ahead and get started. And thank you for everyone that's here already. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff to unpack. But before we get into anything that has to do with coaching, I want to do a quick update for you guys, because I don't know if you guys saw, or let's just do a quick survey, because you know I love doing surveys on group coaching. By a reaction down below, how many people are frequenting Workplace to kind of get updates to see what's going on within the company, inside of EXP, not just Fast Real Estate? How many people are frequenting Workplace? Okay, so Cynthia, Sylvia. Okay, cool. So not a lot of hands on the screen, which is cool, and that's why we're going to do this. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys, so bear with me. All right, so if you go into Workplace right now, there's tons of groups. I'm not going to go through the whole, training on how to access Workplace. But what I want you to do is I want you to look here, and this is really, really important. This just came up, and this was released last week. It's really important as you guys are having conversations with people about joining this incredible company, what's going on, new locations worldwide, and then what are our earnings, what is our revenue, what is our agent count year over year. And so if you go here and you simply click this, share this on your social. So you go to the press release and you hit this here on your social, you'll be able to take any of these assets and do your own story, put these in your story on social. So you'll look here and, let me go here, sorry. So recent here. So I've downloaded everything, right? I can go into here. I can use this one from Glenn. I can use this one here. I can do the whole entire slide deck. So let's go through some of this information, because I think it's really, really important just to talk with people, because here's why this is important. Since our split of our stock, right, which happened last year, our stock was at an all-time high. Our stock has not regained traction yet. So sometimes when you're thinking, well, what happened to EXP stock? I just think that we're still in catch-up mode, because every single sign of growth in this company has been positive. Agent count, revenue, year over year, quarter over quarter. So it's important for you guys to know some of the stats and the high level arching, what is going on. So first things first, EXP reports in its fourth $4 billion revenue quarter in a row. EXP reports $1 billion in revenue at a 73% increase. That's year over year. Transaction volume increased by 69%. Real estate transaction volume increased 69% to 41.4 billion compared to the same time a year ago in the first quarter. Transactions closed increased by 55%. In agent success, our promoter score was at 71%. These are really, really key topics for you guys to be able to talk about on social media. Share these things, tell the story. So we're not always just talking, obviously we can talk highly about Team Fast and what we're doing locally, but it's important that you guys understand like the hierarchy and what is going on behind the scenes, because Never before has a company came into the real estate industry and performed as well as we have. We will achieve at EXP what it took Keller Williams to do 20 years, we'll do that in 10 years. And so you just have to look at like, what's going on? What is the industry saying about EXP? How are we growing? Why are agents coming here? What are the names of people that are coming to this company in record numbers? So really, really important. I wanted to share that with you. It's on Workplace. Judith, if you could put some of those assets in the chat in case people missed it, you guys can have those assets, post it on social, tell your own story, or just put it there so you can get simple engagement from people. But really, really important that you guys understand what is going on behind the scenes at EXP. And in regards to our stock, if you guys have the ability to do so, buy the stock now. If you guys have not signed up for the Agent Equity Program, the Agent Equity Program allows you to purchase stock. They take 5% of your earnings from every single commission check, and you purchase stock at a 10% discount. So it's still low, right? That's okay. We know that that number will essentially go up based on how well we are doing as a company. So I want to encourage you guys to, if you haven't signed up for Agent Equity, do that. It's a great way to put that money aside and make sure that that money is put somewhere that it could potentially grow. It could potentially grow to a very, very high amount. I remember last year it got to like 160, and I think I own 650 shares. So I'm holding those shares until I see that to start go back up. Mohsen, you had a quick question?
I did. So those stocks, are those based on closings, or can you just buy stocks just
You can
solo?
buy stocks. You can get a Robinhood account and buy stocks. But when you do the Agent Equity Program, you purchase stock at a 10% discount, and they take 5% of your commission and put it into that.
That's awesome. Where do we get the link for that?
So I'll send that to you, or it's really easy. It's actually in your enterprise account. You can go in and sign up. If you haven't seen your dashboard, I can show you that. We need to connect anyways on a coaching. So I'll share that with you.
Cool.
But good stuff, you guys. Highly, highly encourage you guys to just get involved, understand, watch the model explain. So when people ask you, because we've had this conversation before, if someone comes up to Sarah or to Bria or to Bo or to Cortez and says, yo, tell me about Team Fast, I guarantee you guys can spit some fire about what's going on. We got offices, we got people, we got Eric's, we got Cynthia's, we got boot camp, we got offices, the place is lit, you can do events, and oh my God. All right, tell me more about the EXP side. Well, yeah, EXP is this virtual, like, I want that same dialogue to be like equal in the way that you communicate about Team Fast, the same way you communicate about EXP. But it just takes the time, you guys learning, watching, developing those skill sets, those dialogues, because once you have it, there should be no reason in the world, if you're talking to somebody that's at Compass, that's at KW, that's anywhere else, that wouldn't see the benefits of coming here. Because if you have this conversation with them, this is truly a blessing to them. This is truly a blessing to them if they do it correctly. If they do it correctly, right? So that's enough for me. I'm going to just talk about that. That's all I have to say about EXP and the updates. But let's do this, you guys. I want to talk to 3 people really quick, and I want you guys to just speak up. I want to hear from you. I want you to tell me about 3 major wins that you had or from 3 people. I want to hear about a major win that you had last week. What is something that you're super stoked about? What is something that you're super proud of, whether it was business or whether it was personal? But I want you guys to share with me something that you were completely stoked on. I see Jo Ellen, she'll go first, and then anybody else. I need 2 more people. So it'll be, all right, cool, we have them. So it's gonna be Jo Ellen, Michael Swanson, and Vanessa. So Jo Ellen, let's go first.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I went to my first broker meeting up here in El Dorado County. So I got to meet the realtors. I also volunteered for the Support the Troops breakfast May 14th here in El Dorado County. I'm also on the Sorrento Golf Course committee that the Realtors Association is putting together for this big charity event in September. So I'm like getting in and making my way at those tables and meeting everybody.
Love that, getting involved, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, you guys, people want community. They want a sense of community. They want to know that, like, hey, she's not just the local realtor. She's a part of everything that's happening in our local community. And Jo Ellen just moved to where she is, and she's already making a storm. Love this, love this. Michael Swanson, let's go over to you, my man. If you can, before you contribute, put your camera. Oh, there he is. What's up, big dog? You're muted. Muted. You're muted.
So last week I did 3 buyers consultations and I got 3 new buyers clients that I'm working with. So as far as business, probably like one of the most productive weeks I've had in real estate as far as being productive. So really good. I feel like I'm picking up steam. I'm feeling like I'm getting my momentum, and it feels really good.
I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. You guys, do not, and I'm not going to belabor this. I'm not going to go on and on about, do not sleep on the value of a buyer's consultation. When you look at someone like Eric Kang, when we went into pandemic, you know what Eric did? Eric hit the phones and Eric did copious amounts of buyer's consultations via Zoom. When we went into pandemic, I can't even count how many buyer's consultations I did via Zoom. I don't even like doing them in person, quite frankly. I think that you could accomplish so much over Zoom. So Michael, I love this testimony. Good stuff. Vanessa, let's go to you. Camera on, unmute yourself. Let's hear from you.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. One of my wins from last week was I just tried to really zone in and focus on my follow-ups. So for the ones that were telling me, oh, I'm going to wait on the market, whatever may hit, I was like, all right, time to go. So I was, just shooting out all my follow-up texts. And yeah, I was able to book 2 buyers tour for the Mother's Day weekend when, last month they told me they're just going to wait till the market crashes or, the market to go down. So I don't know, to me, that's a win because I was always like, oh, these people are going to wait. But I was like, you know what, forget it. I'm going to just follow up anyways. And because I followed up, they were back and now we're back on the home search.
I love that. I love that. Because Vanessa, at the end of the day, if somebody tells me they're going to wait, okay, just so I'm clear, Vanessa, you want to wait until September. In the meantime, if the perfect home in Walnut Creek comes up that fits the criteria, has that backyard, is in the neighborhood, right school district, do you want to wait or should I still send that to you? Oh no, send it to me. Okay, so it's going to be like, I have to find you the perfect home, right? Well, yeah. Oh, okay, cool. So are they really wanting to wait? Or did you just debunk that? So tell me a little bit about that follow-up. Someone says they want to wait. What are you saying to them?
Well, if you guys don't mind me asking, like, why are we waiting? Like, what has changed? And so they would tell me things like, oh, we're just hoping that the market, will go down. The home prices will go down because we're specifically looking in Stockton. So it's pretty much still affordable, but nonetheless, I was like, no, like there is some homes out there. I started just sending them homes and lo and behold, there were some that they were like, oh, we haven't even seen these. I was like, we just got to dig a little deeper.
Like, here's the thing, like your confidence level has just like, I think you strike me as a confident person, but like your real estate confidence has really just started to skyrocket. And I love this. I love this tenacious spirit about you. And I love you like, hold on, Kimosabi. Like there's a whole different story here. So Vanessa, I love that.
Thank you. I mean, your girl had, just recently went full time. So you got to go hard or you're going to starve.
That's right. That's right. You guys, this is a really good conversation. I like this dialogue. Just two more people want to share major wins and something they're stoked about last week. Anybody else before we go on? Going once? All right, Bo, I saw your hand, bro. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Let's see. Over the last week, I got some buyers that we've been working 6 months trying to get them into a house. Finally got them into contract. It was one that had fallen out. I sent a follow-up text a couple weeks later, just checking on the escrow, and the guy's like, yeah, it's getting rocky. If you guys are ready to perform, let's do it. So we got him right into the perfect house. Let's see. Got back into the gym. I know that's more of a personal thing, but didn't miss any days over the last couple of weeks. So I've been happy about that. Definitely helps with motivation, keeping things going. Third one, let's see. Oh, I've got another listing coming up this week. Pretty excited about that. I was over there helping them weed whack and get everything set up over the weekend. So I'm excited about that. And they've already passed me on to a couple other people too. So it's that people equity that we talk about.
I love it, man. And I'm glad you mentioned the fitness thing. We talk about this all the time, bro. Like if you're not taking care of yourself, like your business is going, you're going to see the results negatively in your business over time, man, whether it's vitality, whether it's the energy, whatever it is, man. Like, I think those two absolutely go hand in hand together. So I appreciate you sharing. Bria, you had your hand up. Was it a hand up or was it a clap to Bo?
It was a clap to Bo, but I'll go ahead and introduce myself
Go
to
ahead.
everyone. My name is Bria Lewis. I'm one of the newest team members of Team Fast. So excited. Everyone has definitely inspired me to make this decision. It was super, I say it was difficult, but as soon as I stepped into the Oakland office, my decision was made. So I'm excited to see your faces. If you guys ever see me with like my deer eyes in the headlights, please come and say hi. And yeah, can't wait to meet everyone.
For sure. Well, welcome, and we're glad that you made the choice, and we're looking forward to supporting you. And there's many of options out there, but the one thing that people aren't able to articulate sometimes is like the intangibles, right? We always talk about this. Every company has splits, every company has tech, every company has competitive compensation, but the intangibles is what separates Team Fast. It's the community, it's the support, it's the vibe, it's the energy, it's what's happening right now. That's the intangible. And I think that that is priceless in our environment. So I appreciate you being here. Thank you for introducing yourself. And thank you for stepping up on day one and taking yourself off of mute and putting your camera on. So I love this. So you guys, really quick, if you guys are home or if you're stationary, I want you to do me a really, really quick favor. I like this exercise. I heard it in the book. And so I want to do this exercise with you guys. How many people have a business card that is it within reach? Can you grab your business card if you have one really quick for me? All right, and I'll give everyone just a second or so. All right. When you guys have your business card, just put it up to your camera so I can see it really quick. Dang, hold on. Look at Eric Kings. Put that a little closer, bro. Woo! Danny Trejo. All right, guys, hold on. Let me record this. All right, cool. You guys have your business cards up. All right, cool. Now, let's go through this. Bo, what is your title on your say? You're muted, bro.
Mine just says realtor.
Realtor. Okay, cool. Who else did I see? Let me see. Erica's taking a bite. Christian Gonzalez, what's your say? Title. Christian Gonzalez, you're muted.
It doesn't have a title. It just
Okay.
has my name and my at.
Okay. All right, cool. Kenneth, what's your title say? You're muted, bro. You're still muted.
It says realtor.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Who else? Sarah, did you show up your card? Okay, cool. All right. Just for the sake of this exercise, I don't want you to do it to all of your cards. I get it, but for the sake of this exercise, I want you to cross out the title that you have on there currently. If it says realtor, broker associate, whatever that says. And I want you guys to write in this. I want you to put CEO. And I want to help you guys with a mindset shift right now. I want you to cross out realtor and I want you to put CEO. Like I said, I don't need you to go through your 2,500 cards. Becky Elias said CEO, Elias said CEO, just for the sake of this exercise right now. So what I keep hearing from, and I'm going to put the link down below really quick. And before I go into this, let me do this while I have you guys. All right, so questions here. I'm going to go send. I'm going to go here. All right, so down below, in the chat, you guys are going to see a link. Now, this link is going to be for topics for group coaching. If you guys have a minute, please, after this call, take that link and put together any topics and challenges that you're currently facing in your business, because that's going to help us grow together. One thing that I keep on hearing is consistency, personal accountability, time management, what tools to use, and am I doing the right things? I'm literally taking this off of the sheet. So what I want everyone to do, and the reason why I wanted you to write CEO, because I think it's important, and this goes back to this book. Highly, highly recommended. If you guys are not reading this book, please read this book. It is an incredible read. I am reading these two books congruently. There's Sales EQ and there is Fanatical Prospecting. We talked a little bit about this last week. So adopt a CEO mindset, right? No matter who you are, no matter how much business that you have done, I want you to write CEO, and I want you to feel that you are now the CEO of a multi-million-dollar business. Until you're willing to accept responsibility for all of your actions, for owning your time, then nothing else matters. This is why you guys need to adopt a CEO mentality, because you own all of your responsibilities. You are responsible for everything within your organization. You can't push blame and blame anybody else. It's not Kenny, it's not Elias, it's not Team Fast, it's not lack of resources, it's not this fucking market. It is nobody else's fault, right? I do not shift blame. I'm expected to deliver. Why? Because I am the CEO, so I have to step up every single day and deliver. And I have to hold myself 100% accountable, right? No matter what. Eric's here, I'm here, Cynthia's here, Karina's here, Molly's here. We're all here to support you. But the last thing that we should have to do is hold you guys accountable. Because why? You guys are owning your actions because you guys are operating out of a CEO mindset. You have to say, no matter what, I am going to do this and I'm going to succeed. I'm going to run my sales department. I'm going to run my accounts payable, my accounts receivable, because that is my responsibility. And I promise you this, you cannot have a successful business if you guys are not running an effective sales department. A lot of times what happens is that we don't protect that lead generation time. And I've told you guys this time and time again, shields up. I can't talk to you. You're distracting me, right? So you guys have to protect that time like nobody's business, because we'll talk about distractions in a second, but people, your peers, family will always make a request of you that is non-sales activity during the time where you guys should be doing income producing activities. Doing non-sales activities sometimes feels important, like you are truly, truly getting things done. Now, I understand it. But a lot of people say, I'm busy doing a bunch of stuff, but I'm not actually busy growing my business. If you're in multiple fires, you have multiple escrows going on, I get it. But if you look at your pipeline right now and you have this in contract, there should be no other thing that you're doing than grinding and grinding for your next person to talk to book an appointment, to go on a listing appointment, or to do a buyer's consultation. Non-sales activity is sometimes the perfect excuse to avoid the hard work of doing prospecting. You guys, prospecting is challenging. It is tough. That's why we're doing this boot camp starting today. This shit is going to be intense. It is going to be tough, but at the end of the day, it's going to make you guys stronger. I promise you. So adapting a CEO mindset, understanding that, hey, I saw this on Kenny's story yesterday. There's 2,000 hours. This is work hours for the entire year, right? 2,000 hours for the entire year. How am I spending that? If I'm doing this full time and I only had 1 or 2 contracts, then I am not doing something right. And I promise you, everything always comes back to what? I didn't prospect. That's it, you guys. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to adapt a CEO mentality. I want you guys to think about yourself in that capacity. I want you to hold yourself at that highest regard. Nobody's going to save you. You guys have to go out there and you guys have to do this for yourself. And so, Eric, I wanted to turn to you, brother. You shifted your mindset when we went into pandemic. And when so many people went into scarcity and hunkered down and like, oh my God, I can't do this. You went a completely different way, man. So for the people that don't know, I want you to share that story because it's super, super important because you own that moment in your career.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. For me, I think when pandemic hit, I think the thought that crossed my mind was, man, I joined real estate at the absolute worst time and I'm doomed. And I'm going to be part of the statistics of failing in my first 2 years, right? Because I was like, dude, our economy's going to tank. I'm screwed. So that's kind of, I had that realization. I still remember exactly. I was sitting at our old Jack London Square office and I was the only one there because no one was going in the office. And I remember having that thought and I remember like, okay, it's either I sink or swim. And I get over my fear of getting on the phone because I hated making calls. I absolutely hated it. Like number one, I hated it. In fact, my first year, I think I made a total of like 10 calls, right? And somehow, luckily, I skated, and it was, and I want to emphasize, luckily, I skated by my first year without making calls. I was able to close 5 deals because just I reached out to my SOI. But having said that, I hated making calls, and then pandemic hit, and then I remember having that thought like, hey, it's either I start making phone calls now, or I might as well just pack it up and go back to bartending. But I figured to myself, or I told myself I'm never going to go back to bartending because soul sucking, and I was getting drunk every day, and it wasn't good for me. So I was like, okay, I'm going to pick up the phone call, and and you guys heard me say this, or some of you have heard me say this before, but what are you more afraid of? Making calls and getting rejected and feeling, embarrassed and humiliated and nervous and sweaty for a few minutes, or being broke and not being able to pay bills. I remember when I first started, I had to borrow money from my girlfriend to pay rent. And, for me, that was a big blow to my ego, and I didn't like that. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna start making phone calls. And I did. And then guess what? When I heard my first yeses, when I set my first appointment, it gave me the confidence and boosted my confidence to keep doing it more. And I was like, you know what? And then it became a game, and it became fun, and then it became addicting. And then I kept doing it because the more I did it, the more appointments I set and the more clients I was getting into contract. And then it became a thing, and then it became a part of my life, and I try to still do that now. And I think, as real estate agents, that's really our primary job. If you had to break down our job into one phrase as a description, it would be lead generation. So, I encourage all of you, and you know what, like, we're going to start the role play practice every week. And I encourage you guys to come out, because it's all about practicing, right? Everything sucks when you first start it. You know what I mean? But the more you do it, the more second nature it's going to become. And like I said, it becomes a game. And by using Sisu, like, it was kind of like, all right, let's see how many calls I can do today. Pushing yourself and seeing those numbers on the screen makes you feel even better, because you're like, damn, I made how many calls today? And then you have some good calls and you post it on Best Calls channel, and people start hyping you up, and that gives you more confidence to want to do it more. And then it just becomes like a part of life. So I encourage all of you to get into it, because that's our job. That's it. So.
Love it.
Yeah.
Let me ask a couple questions. How many people right now are struggling with the time management and like actually knowing what to do with their days? Is that a struggle for anybody on this call? And I appreciate your honesty. Thank you for that. So there's people that have done, $40 million plus in business, and then there's new agents on the call today. So I wanted to ask a couple of questions. I think that we can provide some insight to each other. So I'm going to ask Anna Pacheco a couple of questions. So Anna, when you're looking at your business and you're running your business, like, how is your business structured? Right. So if someone is asking you, like, tell me a little bit about your business and how it's structured. What are some of your non-negotiables? When do you prospect? Like, do you have a structure for your business now? Because you've been super, super successful. Like, what does the business look like for you?
So I think that's where the frustration comes for me, is the consistency and avoiding the ebbs and lows, right? So for me right now, I'm out of structure. So that is the frustration, and the problem with the time is trying to get back into the prospecting part, because I've been doing it for so long. Sometimes, and I'm sure it's true for a lot of us that have been doing it for a long time, you start getting out of the habit, right? And so there's these, I've been pretty consistent. In a month I have a closing, but I start freaking out if I only have 1 or 2 closings a month, because I've already, my thought process is more transaction driven than volume, because I feel like with transactions, the volume will come if I'm consistently aware of my average price. Excuse me. So my frustration has been because I stopped the prospecting, and that's why I signed up again for prospecting boot camp, because I'm like, I need to get my time back so that I can hit the goal that I have for the year. If not, I can't consistently just rely on just the, calls and referrals that I get. I need another leg to my business, which is the consistent prospecting, because when I'm doing it, it's easier, things flow easier. And right now my business is more frustrating than easy and flowing.
Because you have multiple sources now, right? So it's like, when my sphere isn't pumping, I have some other options. Yeah. So I love this. So let's hear from another veteran in the business, Ophelia. You've been in the business a while. Like, are you having similar challenges? Tell us a little bit about your business struggle, or business structure, so we all can learn together.
So I definitely need to get out of my head a lot, because I start to balance out. I'm like, I want to get busy, but I don't want to get busy. I have 2 young kids, all right? They're still in elementary school, and I do a lot of like school activities with kids and moms and whatnot. So I go all in and say, okay, we're going to do the calls. We're going to do this. I got this going. And then I freeze and I'm like, oh, but I can't, because, I got the kids. And I think it's just an excuse. I use it a lot, and it's a crutch. And that's the reason myself, I said, okay, sign up for this boot camp, which thank you that I got picked. And I want to give it my all, because I'm not satisfied. I'm just complacent again. And it's been like this for, over a decade. And it's just, I just need more systems and just kicking the ass, basically.
You know what I'm hearing too? It's like, you may be at the stage, and Anna, Amanda, and people are on the call that have done tremendous levels of business, right? There may be a time now in a conversation that needs to say, hey, let's split a VA, right? I pay $2 an hour, you pay $2 an hour. Now we have someone that is dedicated, that just works for us behind the scenes, to eliminate all those things, so we can go out and just build relationships and have fun. So if they can give you back some of your time, that way, that time that you were going to spend on those administrational tasks, you can spend on prospecting. So you're not necessarily giving more time. You still get to spend time with the family, because you're leveraging that and spending a little bit of money. So go ahead, Anna.
I will say that hiring an assistant has probably created even more awareness, because now I'm responsible for somebody else, right? So time is money. I don't want her to just be like time robbing me. So I can't time rob myself anymore, because that's what I've been doing, right? I've been robbing myself of the production time. So therefore I don't, I am frustrated with the number of stuff that I'm doing. So now with her coming in, I have no choice but to give her things to do. I have no choice. So I feel like that's been a big thing for me. And I mean, last time I had a full-time assistant, that's probably one of the best years that I had, because of that reason. It makes you accountable for my time, because all of a sudden I can't be the lazy, inconsistent person, because now I'm responsible for this other person.
It's a really good point. And I'll tell you what, you want to see how busy you truly, truly are in your business, hire an assistant, give them and delegate them tasks. And you're like, gosh darn it, I actually have a lot of stuff to give this person, or I'm trying to find things for this person to do, right? It's a great way to really, really look at your business. So good stuff, Anna. Good stuff, Ophelia. And now let's go to QK. Am I saying that right? Molly said that's how I abbreviate your name. Did I say that right? Salatude?
Salatude.
Is it QK for short?
Oh yeah, Tute.
Okay, see, all right, see, I was right.
Sorry, I was like, who's that?
She's like looking at the screen. She's like, when's this person gonna fucking answer?
Sorry.
It's all good. So tell me a little bit about, we're having a conversation, time management, personal accountability, making sure that you're doing the right things within your business, being newer. How are you structuring your business right now? Because I think that this is a good conversation, because people are hearing things that they really need to hear in this room right now. So let's hear from you.
When I first got my license back in December, it was like I thought I had everything figured out. I had my calendar going. I joined boot camp when Cynthia had the first one going. I was joining meetings every morning, and I was prospecting and doing open houses every weekend. But then when as time went on and I wasn't getting any leads, I just fell off like terribly. And then when I recently got a lead, that's when I like fell off even more terribly with my calendar. Like I wasn't following any type of structure. Like I'm still, I just closed my recent one, but then now that I'm working with another one, I'm like totally lost with my whole like scheduling.
And you know what? Thank you. Thank you for being honest. Thank you for sharing. Because here's the thing, and if I'm thinking about just body language, when you said prospecting, you said prospecting. right? It's like, it's a thing, but it's not really a thing. I know I'm supposed to do it, Elias, but so thank you for being honest. Did you sign up for Prospecting Bootcamp?
I did, and I got chosen, so I'm thankful.
Good, awesome. This is going to give structure, and then you know, you guys, if for some reason you weren't able to be on bootcamp, we obviously only open up for 60 people. We'll still be sharing thoughts, tips, ideas, strategies, techniques, structure for the rest of the team. So it's not that you're going to miss out. You're going to miss out on the intense bootcamp of it, but you're still going to be getting clips and phrases and things that we're doing from bootcamp. So Christian and Maria, I see both of your heads nodding, you know, constantly throughout this conversation. Maria, what's on your mind? Let's hear a little bit from you.
I agree with everybody. I've been in the business for a little while, and so for me, I'm a very high I. So for those of you that don't know the DISC profile, I'm an influencer. So I'm all about getting together, touching people, but structure is not my thing. It never has been in real estate. I've tried, and I'll have a calendar in place. So having these morning meetings, the coaching calls has actually put some structure in my day, because I know 8:30 to 9:30, I'm going to be here. And then what I'll do is I'll take a break. And usually about 10 o'clock, I say, okay, from 10 to noon, I'm going to get on the phones. I'm going to go through my follow-up balls. I'm going to reach out to my people. I'm going to send thank you cards. I'm going to do something, even if it's one thing, something in my business. And it's made me more aware of what I haven't been doing, but also it's connected me to people that I'm starting to get referrals. Hey, Maria, I know somebody. Hey, Maria, I know somebody. So that's my one thing. One thing that I'm lacking, and it's what I focus on, which I shouldn't, is like the social media piece. So I'll add something for social media, but I can't seem to fit it in my day. But that's a mindset. I know it is. I know it is. I know it is. I know it is. But I know if I'm consistent enough with the activity, I will get, even if it's a onesie, twosie, whatever, it's still movement for me. And there was something I was going to say, and I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah. Oh, I know what it is. My goal every day is to be done with my administrative office prospecting by 2. And I tell people I will show.
Froze up on us. All right, well, it was some really, really good stuff from Maria. She froze up. And if Maria, if you can still hear us, we cannot all be Kenny. And what I mean by that, Kenny is great at capturing the moment and then posting as soon as it happens, right? I'm with them. I'm like, damn, bro, like, how did you do that? So if you are not that person, capture the moment, all the moments, right? And then go back and fill your story up with all those moments. It's hard sometimes in that precise moment, but at least get the content that you can post later. Because Maria, you have such an amazing personality, an amazing spirit, this beautiful energy. People want that from you. So just, yeah. So Daniela, talk about this. So you just post in later, get all the clips. Let's hear from you.
Hey, I'm sorry. I just got done at the gym. So I'm really trying to get my shit together. So one thing that you can do for sure is, say you're trying to capture like snapshots of what you're doing throughout the day. Just take out your phone, literally a 3-5 second clip, and then you can post it on your story. You can add like write out like a cute sentence or whatever it's about, or you can do like a day in the life of a realtor in Sacramento, or come check out this whatever in Sacramento. Like, again, you collect all the clips, compile them together. You can add them into either your Instagram story. Your Instagram reels. And then if you don't want to show your face, just do a voiceover. Like it's really, really easy, but many times people get paralyzed because they feel like they have to do it right then and there. And you don't have to. You can wait until the next day, but definitely getting all the clips, having it in your camera roll, and posting it later, knowing why you're going to post it, it's a real game changer. But if anyone has questions, just hit me up. I'm happy to help you.
This and Maria, when we go to these conferences and there's 8 speakers in the course of 5 hours, and they're all spitting fire, and they all got all their clips and all this stuff. Like, I'm literally taking pictures, and then in the notes, be like, oh, Mosin said this, Bo said this. Like, I'm just trying to get an idea of things, so then I could come back later, just create a reel or create a story. So it doesn't have to be in the moment, just capture the moment and do it later. But good stuff. You guys, I want to share with you some of the other things that are coming up in this topic, and this is why I really, really love these responses. Consistency, personal accountability, not knowing if I'm doing the right thing, time management, having a hard time converting leads into actual clients. 1 month in business, only 30% integrated into the team and the resources, hiring the right people, making sure that I'm doing the right things with my day every single day. I love this one. How do I know if I am doing the right things every single day, right? The way that you know is how many appointments that you are actually booking. Let's be real. Right? How do I know if I'm doing the right things? How many appointments did you go on this week? 0. Well, then you probably should make more calls in order to get more in front of more people. I should probably do an open house, probably knock on doors, all the things that we're going to talk about in prospecting boot camp. So you want to know if you're being effective in your business. When was the last time you went on an appointment? When was the last time you went on an appointment? That is the number one thing that you guys can track to say, damn, well, I've been so busy. When was the last time you went on an appointment? It's been a while. Like, if that is where you're falling, you need to go out and find that. You guys need to go out and find it. So Christian, I see you shaking your head. I want to come back over to you. What's your thoughts and where is your head at? Christian Gonzalez.
As far as my business, I mean, I just need to be more disciplined with myself. I'm realizing now why so many people are employees instead of like business owners, because it's really hard to manage your day and stick to what you said you're going to do. And that has been my struggle.
I love this. And you know what? Here's why that was so important from this book. Adopt a CEO mindset, right? I own this, right? You guys, I don't have to get up early. I don't have to have my calendar filled. Like, that is my choice. Like, I'm owning this. I'm owning my responsibilities within this organization. Like, so adopting that CEO mentality, that's where you are responsible for every single action, all of your everything that happens in your organization. You can't push blame. You're expected to deliver. You are 100% accountable to yourself. Like, that's when you make that shift and be like, you know what? I am the CEO of this company. No one's coming for you. Right? We have all the support in the world. You guys, I think that we have more training than any other company in the Bay Area. I think we have more realism in our trainings. I just think that the way that we do things is vastly different. So you have everything at your fingertips, but you said the one word that is really, really going to be a game changer for you. It's discipline, right? A lot of the times that discipline is created for us. I was in school, I was in college, I was in employment. So what happens? I have to be at work by 8 a.m. If I'm not at work by 8 a.m., what could potentially happen? Well, I could potentially get written up. Well, if I get written up enough times, what can potentially happen? I get suspended or lose my job. I have to clock out at a certain time. I have to track my hours. I have to do all these things, right? So like you said, it's easier to be an employee because someone's watching and making sure. And if you don't, your ass is getting fired. Well, here, all that discipline and structure is created by yourself. So when we talk about business planning and unpacking all those things, like, that comes down to, am I disciplined enough to do the things that are going to drive my business every single day? No distractions, rain, snow, or shine. I'm out of the office. Can't talk to you right now. Head down. I'm going to get up early. I'm not going to get to the office at 11 o'clock and leave at 2 o'clock and say, oh, I did some stuff. I was cool. We had some shots in the office. It was fun. No, I am disciplined with my time. So Christian, I appreciate you saying that. You are not alone. And I'm glad that so many people are shaking their head. Most of you had your hand up.
Yeah, I just something popped in my head because I'm always in my head. I get anxiety. One of the anxieties that drives me is the way I think, my mindset, right? So I'm comparing myself to people who've been doing it. And then all of a sudden I saw this meme about people at the gym, where you start going to the gym and you compare yourself to this guy is like super fit. And the meme had, or the quote had said, don't compare yourself to people who've been doing it longer than you. So I have to train myself to ease up a little bit off myself. And then all of a sudden my mind is racing with so many thoughts. I don't even know how to to grasp everything and to organize and to get into the plan and see what next steps I need to take. So I think my mindset, my psyche sometimes gets off because I keep comparing myself to people who've been doing it.
I'm so glad that you said that. There's a reason that on a Monday morning, we talk about mindset, motivation, and intention. This is by design, you guys. This isn't by chance. This is totally by design. Because if you are not right here, you're not right here, you're not going to be right here. So I appreciate this conversation. So let's hear from one other person before we come full circle. Let's go over to you, Alex. Alex, talk to us a little bit about the business struggles. Is there things that you're challenged with right now? Structure. Let's hear from you, Alex Lopez.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. How you doing? Yeah, the structure is probably the biggest thing that I'm concerned with, because even though I do like structure, it's, do I have the right structure in place? You know, because I'll work on some things and I'll probably give it like at least a quarter, 3 months, because I just recently went full-time into real estate. Been doing this for about a year and a half or so. So that's when I say quarter, like I'll try some kind of either marketing or prospecting, and I'll give it a good, 3 to 6 months, and I'm not really seeing the results. So maybe I'll get the shiny nickel syndrome and go, okay, let me try this. And then I'll try something else. So yeah, time blocking, all the things everybody else has said as far as the structure, but I started adopting a structure, and then I'm thinking, is this the right thing? I'm not getting appointments. I'm not getting listings, buyers consultations. So I was like, so then I got to shift. And then I start something all brand new, and I'm going, I'm about to put this time into here in about 3 to 6 months. And am I actually going to get some results? So that's what I kind of struggle with right now, is what I'm choosing to put my time into, because the things I've been doing, either I'm not doing them effectively because I'm not getting the results I want, or I'm just doing the wrong thing and just blowing my time away.
Or it's closer than you think.
Okay.
Right? It's closer than you think. Julie went almost 10 months without ever having a contract, and now she's doing over $20 million in production consistently, right? Like she was like, I just know. Jen, in the year of pandemic, went 5.5 months without any contracts. She's a single mom, right? But what did she do? She built her video game and she built her marketing and stayed consistent with all of her follow-up, and then it hit. And then in the second part of the year, she did, I think it was 26 million, 27 million, give or take. And she was the #1 producer for the year, right? So sometimes you don't know how close you are. But what I want to share with you guys is I put my calendar down below. It's thecallylicestudio.com. If you guys are at a point in your business where it comes down to business structure, the discipline, and really planning out the things that I know I should be doing to grow, but something needs to change, let's do an unpack your bag session, right? The unpack your bag session is say, okay, Ophelia, let me bring your bag. What's in it? Like, what is this? Let's get rid. Oh, that's good. Leave that in there. We'll repack your bag with the things that you guys need to be doing in your time, in your week, because here's what I want for you guys. I want, and I'm going to share this with you because I always do, because I feel like I'm going to show you by example. No matter what, you guys need to have something that's going to allow you to be super, super disciplined, right? I have this genius zone that I just started to put into my calendar. So this is my time to think, to not take any appointments unless I choose to take appointments. And that's my time to really organize any of my thoughts and implement strategies that I have for the entire week. But I know exactly how I'm going to spend my time. I know exactly when I'm driving to SoCal on Friday. So it's important that you guys know, okay, what's the highest and best use of my time? But like, did I plan this out? Is my calendar already set when my alarm clock goes off on Monday morning? Or am I waking up trying, oh my God, I got to do this. Let me try to fill in my calendar. Like, am I already set for the week? And then people will just fill in the blocks. Like, is it already set, or am I waiting till Monday to set up my entire week? You guys have already missed a day, right? So it's important that you guys are looking at this and leveraging. If you guys need some help, let's set up a one-on-one, let's connect. I'm down to help you guys really take the business to the next level. So let's do this. Let's go around the room. Couple key takeaways. Jeff, you're shaking your head, my man. It's good to see you. Jeff, key takeaways from today's conversation.
Man, so I joined the 5 a.m. club today, you know what I mean? Prospecting. And I knew I had to change something. Something had to give, you know what I mean? Like I was in the gym consistently, but it was like, okay, by the time I get to the office, it's 12 p.m. And I'm like, fuck, that's not enough time to do what I want. And I want to really be sitting here when we start this boot camp. So it was like, it's just that reassurance that like, yeah, something's got to give. You got to change your mindset. You got to give up something. There's going to be some sacrifice in your business, but the sacrifice is going to pay off in the back end.
I love it, bro. I love it. So 5 a.m. that means you're up at 4:30 to get to the gym at 5 o'clock. My man, I love this. I love this. Let's go over to Sarah. Sarah, key takeaways from today's session.
Mostly taking accountability for my own actions, and I realized how more strict and disciplined I need to be with myself. I gotta say though, this week is the most prepped I've actually been so far within this last month. Even not just for my business, but personally, I got everything written down this week, all my meetings written down. Like for me, I feel more prepared than I ever have been. And I actually downloaded all the apps on my phone. It might sound silly because I hadn't had this, but instead of being on my computer, everything's there and signed in. So
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
it feels
I love
really
this.
good. Yeah.
Love it. And she's a mom and she has kids and now she's just getting her structure down. I absolutely love this. Let's hear from you, Christina. Christina, takeaways from today's session. Christina, NMA, California.
Hi guys. Just really taking that CEO mindset and taking responsibility, taking the lead, and just really not blaming anybody but yourself. I struggle with time and I'm still trying to find my way, but that's a me problem. So yeah, I mean, just that CEO mindset is huge.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. You guys remember in the chat, you have the links to all of the Q1 updates from EXP. You guys also have the link for any meeting notes. And then I think somebody put the link in for the agent equity program. So make sure that you guys are grabbing those links that are in the chat and make sure that you guys are spending the time to know what's going on with EXP so you can have those communications, because you guys, there's a record amount of people coming to this company every single month. And I want you guys to really be able to build. There's people on this call that are in my direct organization. Like we're all financially aligned. Like I want to see you grow to where you're a millionaire in a couple of years and you don't have to sell any more real estate. Sell real estate now, do a really good job, produce at a high level, but then be able to have an exit strategy out of doing this. And I know that it can help you guys. So you guys, I appreciate all of your insight, all of your hard work, and your ability to come to these rooms and just share. I think that's the most powerful thing about group coaching. So for the people that are going to be in the boot camp, we're going to see you guys in just a little bit. I want to say thank you to everyone that showed up today. Let's go over one other person. I'm going to go to Cortez. Cortez, last thought of the day, and then take us out of the field. Cortez, that was you, buddy. I think Cortez is not. All right, Ophelia, I'm going to come back to you. Take the team out of the field today. And I appreciate all your thoughts and being open and sharing. So Ophelia, take us out of the field today.
I really like the CEO part. I got the business card and I scratched it out and was waiting to hear what you were going to say. And you're like, right, CEO. And I was like, ooh. When I wrote that, I was like, ooh. And it's just, in your face to say, this is your business. And so wake up. And I had seen, I follow Mel Robbins. I don't know if anybody knows her. I love her. And I saw one of her posts a couple of days ago, and it says, no one is going to come and save you. You need to kick yourself in the ass and get it done. And so I was like, that's good. No one's going to save you. Let's get up and let's do this.
You guys, nothing more. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Super, super grateful for each of you more than you'll ever know. Cynthia and Eric, I'll see you guys at 10 o'clock. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Peace.